Okay, new day, new video. This time we're doing a Malifaux model, the Resurrectionists Flesh Construct. This is the version with Victim. There's another version in the McMorning starter box, which I do not have yet. In a different pose. And if you glue this guy upside down, it looks like he's giving the Victim a wicked body slam. Starting with Moldy Skin 09149. And there are quite a few details on this guy that are going to get picked out later. And yeah, he kind of is grabbing his victim's butt here. Not gonna worry about the metal bits right this minute. Let's go ahead and paint over them. Touch them up later. Kind of pick them out one at a time. Be sure to get an even coat. That's okay. We'll go ahead and let that dry. To kind of nick the flesh on his victim. Come back in a bit. Alright, 09044 tan skin. Don't need too much of that. And that's sort of a lightning storm. Okay. Be real careful not to nick the flesh construct itself with this. ensure to get the back of the neck. And you can see he's got this wonderfully screaming face because he realizes he's about to be used as a projectile. And then 09206 tarnished steel. And use that to pick out a few details. Like his stainless steel underoos. Well, don't know if you heard that over the camera, but that was a pretty big thunderclap out here. May have to cut recording short. Go ahead and do this bit of this wire here. And may as well do the whole thing. And this plate on the thigh here. And this apparatus bolted to the side of the leg. And the reason I got this flesh construct is because I thought it'd be good with Archie, who I painted earlier. And some of this stuff on the top of his head. Maybe these two plates on his pec here. I have too much water. Blot that out. Fairly easy to fix. That's better. And we'll go ahead and do these two plates here. And that wheel on its back. And this generator. Or at least this part that I'm interpreting as a generator. This character is basically a Frankenstein's monster-like creation. And let's see. I think I'll pick out some of the rivets on this shoulder here. And maybe do this other wheel to make it match. Go ahead and get these rivets here. And I think the rest will be another color. Go ahead and let that dry and then move on in a bit. Alright. Gonna get the victim's shoes, 09110 oiled leather. This thing picking up the sound right? Huh. And we'll get the victim's hair, 09257, blonde hair. That doesn't look mixed well enough. That's better. Carefully, carefully. Huh. Alright. Give him a white shirt, 09062, leather white. Question is, where does the shirt begin and his pants end? Well, just gonna roll with it. Put it right there. I'll go ahead and do this bandage on the construct's right arm in the white as well. Or at least I'm interpreting it as a bandage. Again, some details are open to interpretation. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Old Bronze, 09197. Because I think that's the right color name. It's that really faded label. Use this to pick out a few more details. Bands here. Those ears, I'm not sure. Well, rest of the plates on the chest. This apparatus, this chain on his stainless steel underpants. So the cables. Go ahead and redo this cable to bronze to make it match the rest. But we'll keep that gauge the steel. Then this piece coming out of the back of his neck. Let's see here. Don't see any other metal bits to paint up. I can go ahead and get the base coat on the base. 09089 Cloudy Gray. A little more than that. I got quite a bit of surface area to cover. I can use a slightly bigger brush. And again, this basing I hand sculpted. Going for a very rough looking cobblestone street as opposed to something more symmetrical, because the kind of people that make these things do not do so on Fifth Avenue. Alright, let that dry and finish the last base coat. Okay, last base coat. Templar Blue 09056. It's going to be a little tricky because of the way the fingers are, but it's doable. Bit too much water. Okay, a little bit right here. See a patch on the shirt I need to touch up. Okay, that's base coats. Once everything's dry, we'll move on to shading. Yep, everything's fine. Alright, on to shading. Go ahead and I think start with the white. 09061 linen white. It is really ambiguous here where his shirt ends and his pants begin. And this far in, I'm still not completely certain where his shirt ends and pants begin. So I guess up to interpretation. Okay, that gets his shirt. Now the bandage on the construct's arm. And 09256 Blonde Shadow. And even that little bit's more than I need. Nick the arm a bit. It's okay, that'll come out. And then 09196 Aged Pewter. This is a fairly new pot, so it takes a little more to get it out. That should be more than enough. And where is it? 09109 Ruddy Leather. Okay, let that dry and come back later. Okay, next shade, Brionne Blue, 09055. That should be plenty. This is only going on the victim's pants. Okay, I think this is actually a belt right here. I'll go ahead and start working on repainting that in a second here. So I guess that's one fairly minor critique about this sculpt is some difficulty in telling where the pants end and the shirt begins. That's a great sculpt overall, though. So we'll just take that oiled leather 09110 again. That should be enough. Hopefully I wasn't knocking everything all over the place. Make sure all the blue's out of there. Just carefully trace that belt. Okay, that's got it. We'll shade that in a bit. And then black and steel 09205. Again, these are Reaper Master Series paints. Make sure the model is in view of the camera, something I still need to work on. Okay. And don't know if you can hear it. There's a nice little rainstorm going on again. No lightning in this one, though. Okay, that leaves, well, a touch-up on the belt there. And then the flesh tones on both the victim and the construct, as well as the base. So, let that dry and come back in a minute. Alright, next layer of shading. We're going to go ahead and finish up that belt real quick with Ruddy Leather 09109. Okay. Really carefully, so I don't mess up the shading I did on the pants and shirt. And that's got it. And then Ghoul Skin 09148. This could get a little tricky, but let's roll with it. And these scraps here are the closest thing you'll ever get to a Battlegrounds work in progress preview. These are what's left after I cut what I needed for what I'm working on off of a piece of sheet styrene for the armature. Again, I'm hoping to get my next Battlegrounds products ready by November at the latest. Sooner if possible, but it does take a while. And this finger is fighting me. Just have to... I'll roll with it. Nothing else to do in a situation like that. And the sole reason I don't do work in progress shots of my Battlegrounds sets, terrain sets I make, is because of copyright reasons. So that's the exclusive reason why I won't be doing any previews of works, not until the actual copyright registration form is on its way to the Library of Congress. Just gotta protect yourself. Doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you've got a unique idea or doing something no one else is, gotta protect yourself. Just putting this on the skin, and if it seeps into the metal, that's fine, since the metal is integrated into his flesh. Okay. Okay. Getting that done. There. And that gets the actual constructs flesh tone shaded. Let that dry and then finish up the stonework and the victim's skin. Alright. 09043 tan shadow. Should be plenty. Down his ankles. His foot falling out of his shoe. Okay. And 09088 Stormy Gray for the base. Yeah, that should be enough. And that's got shading. Let that dry, move on to highlights. Okay, highlighting. Bloodless Skin, 09150. Excuse me for that, just a little, usually a little stuffed up first thing in the morning. So very excited because last night after I finished the last take I did on this video, excuse me, well, my breakfast going down the wrong way, I finished the final pieces of the rough armature for my next Battlegrounds terrain set. And very excited and enthused about just the sheer mass of it. Not going to reveal what it is until the paperwork's on its way to the Copyright Office, but still hoping for a November release, still working on that, and it's going to be the first multi-part terrain kit I make. And 09045 tanned highlight. Well, I'm not revealing what it is again until the copyright paperwork's on its way. It may use almost as much resin as Hills 1. I'm not certain yet. Find out when the molds are finished and I start doing the masters for the box photographs and the copyright registration. You make something creative, always register your copyrights. protection. Especially now in the days of cut and paste and 3D printing. Oh yeah, blonde highlight 09258. And 09111 burnt orange. It's a fairly new bottle, so I'll need to make sure it's mixed up very thoroughly. That is way more than I'm going to need, I know. I'm using a slightly smaller brush. Again, your older frayed ones are best for this. Light dusting on his belt. And his shoes. Yeah, Ashen Blue 09057. Don't know what that little booger on the shoes is, but too much water in this brush. Okay. And where is it? 09063 Ghost White. I can already tell that's got too much water in it. Though it can be a little difficult to tell when I color this light. Looks like there's a little bit of that construct skin on this thumb in the left hand here. I need to touch up. That should do it. Then go ahead and see. I don't need to do that one first. True Silver 09207. And I realized I forgot to highlight the bandage on his right arm. Easy enough to fix. There we go. There's 2 colors left and a couple of details. Go ahead and get the work on a couple of those details started. 09039, pure white. Just a little dot of that. And a very fine brush. Going in the eyes. Both the construct and the victim. Where is it? There's one I need. 09198, tarnished brass. Should be plenty. Okay. Misty Gray 09090. Now this one's about empty too. That should be enough. bit too wet. Okay, that's all right. Couple of details. 09038 rainy gray. Tiny dot of that. Gonna do that as a wash in the construct's eyes. And I don't like the look of that, doesn't stand out too much. Kind of the conundrum with using a greenish gray. So, improvise 09012 pale green. Having a beast of a time with this. Okay, that stands out a little better. Oh, 09203? No, 09003, blood red. Again, kind of a bad label. It's old, it's used. I'm going to have to replace the paint soon. It happens. Dot that in the victim's mouth, on his tongue. Just very carefully. And then 09037 pure black. The nozzle on this has been clogging up a lot lately. Make sure it's clear. It's plenty. Taking a tiny brush. Just going to carefully dot the pupils in. If it looks weird while this guy's screaming in absolute terror as he's about to be body slammed into something. And then I need leaf green 09011. A little more than that. Just carefully go over the base. Of course, if you wanted to, pure black, pure white would be acceptable too. My decision to use colors is just personal preference. And the entire color scheme is actually personal preference, so yeah. And there we go. A flesh construct with victim. Make sure to clean your brushes thoroughly after use. Makes them last longer. And next time, going back to some more machine. Till then.